YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about how the Phoenix Suns ended up getting beat by the Charlotte Hornets, 127-107. Suns go to 42-35 and 18-20 on the road. The Hornets go to 41-36, which is a really good record, and 20-19 at home. Series was tied 1-1 between these two teams because the Suns won the first meeting and the Hornets won this one. They don't play again until the NBA Finals. If they don't make it there, they don't play again until the next regular season. Phoenix 41-33 in the first quarter. That was a good start for them, and then they lost the second quarter 33-19. In the third quarter 36-27, and then they lost the fourth quarter 25-20. Phoenix played a really good game, but it just wasn't enough. Dylan Brooks ended up playing 29 minutes. He had 13 points. He did a good job of hitting threes and hitting fadeaways. He went 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a -14 and plus minus. It's good seeing him score in different ways instead of just being a 3-and-D guy. They know they can throw him the ball and he can get his own shot now. And they know he's going to try to defend as well as he can. He did a good job of not fouling a lot in this one. Also, Iguodala, 25 minutes. He had 6 points. He was able to finish at the rim and go 3 of 6 from the field. He just couldn't get it off quick enough and touch the ball. Didn't have really enough of it on it to be able to go in. But when you're rushing and forcing things up, sometimes you can miss just because of that. He did have 9 rebounds, though. That was the most on the team. He also had 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a guy that finished with 4 offensive rebounds and was a -7 and plus minus. Devin Booker ended up getting 22 points in 36 minutes. He went 9 of 22 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So he did a really good job of hitting his mid-ranges and doing a good job of creating his own shot while also playing within the system. That's what he does. That's what he's great at. But the thing about it is he didn't get a lot of free throws today. So you got to give the Hornets a lot of credit for saying we're going to make it difficult. We'll make it tough for him to be able to score on us because we're going to force him to make shots instead of making free throws. And that's a good idea, and more teams are going to try to do it, but it's just hard to actually execute it the way that the Hornets did tonight. But since they got it done, you got to give them credit for it. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers and a steal, 4 personal fouls, and a -13. And plus minus, Colin Gillespie, 24 minutes, 6 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field. It was all threes that he took. So he didn't shoot the ball that great from 3, but you're still happy that he made a couple. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 turnover. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -7. And plus minus. And then you look at Jalen Green. He was able to speed up the game and get to the basket, get to the threes, and get to the free throw line. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from 3, 10 of 19 from the field, 25 points, which was game high for the Phoenix Suns. He also had 4 rebounds and 7 assists. We had the ability to break down the defense and find guys either in a dunker spot or at 3 or just let them do whatever they do when they get the ball. You have to be happy with the fact that you're making their job easier, and Jalen Green did that throughout the entire game. He did have 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a -11. And plus minus, Royce O'Neal was able to make a 3 and miss a 3. He didn't start tonight for the Suns, and it didn't really hurt them that much. He did have 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 1 personal foul, was a -5. And plus minus, Ryan Dunn went scoreless. He didn't do anything in the 3 minutes that he played, but finished as a -1. And plus minus, Rasheer Flemings. He played 8 minutes. He was able to make a wide open 3 and get a turnover. No personal foul, finish as a -3 and plus minus. Mark Williams played 20 minutes. He ended up scoring around the basket and got 12 points and also had some nice blocks in this one. He went 6 of 7 from the field, so all good catch and finish around the rim. is all he did, and that's all they needed him to do. Besides grabbing 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, a steal, and two offensive rebounds and a personal foul. And he finished as a minus 12 and plus minus. He's been very good for them when it comes to rebounding and scoring. I feel like his rim protection has been better this year compared to his years in Charlotte. So that's a positive sign for the Suns when he's out there. He's contributing at a high level. Kaman Malawatch, 3 minutes, 1 point. He missed his only field goal, which was a three, but he still went 1 or 2 from the free throw line, so he scored his 1 point. Because of that, he had no turnovers, no personal foul. Was a -1 and plus minus Grayson Allen. He played 25 minutes. He had 13 points. That was the most off the bench. He went 4 of 10 from the field and 2 of 6 from 3 and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. So he did a good job of attacking the defense, putting pressure on them to make decisions. And that's what he does besides hitting shots. He had 2 rebounds and an assist, no turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and he was a -16 and plus minus. Jordan Goodwin, 12 minutes. He ended up making a three and missing a three. Then he got 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 3 personal fouls, and was a -8 and plus minus. Booyah! Played 3 minutes. He missed his only field goal, but he did get a rebound, no turnovers. His rebound was offensive, no personal foul, was a -1 and plus minus. And then Kobe Bria played 3 minutes, played that and got 1 3 that he ended up missing. Then he had 1 turnover, no personal fouls. It was a -1 and plus minus. And then you look at the Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges, 27 minutes, 25 points. That ended up being game high for the Hornets. He did a good job of attacking the basket and hitting threes. He went 10 of 16 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a +12 and plus minus. It's a really, really good night from him, knowing how to attack, knowing what the defense was giving them, and just being able to make the shots. Musa ended up finishing around the rim. He went 2 of 2 from the field for 4 points. He's mainly out there for protecting the paint and rebounding. Well, he gave you 10 boards. He also gave you assists and a steal. He did only have 1 turnover. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +10 and plus minus. Brandon Miller, he ended up playing 31 minutes. He had 17 points. He went 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from three. If you give him room, he will shoot the three. He is not going to really hesitate too much on that shot. And then he can always attack the basket whenever he feels like he has a good handle. He has good length and good size to make those paint shots look easy. He did have 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, and was a +16 and plus minus. LaMelo Ball, he played 25 minutes, had 15 points. He went 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did have 2 rebounds and 11 assists. You know he's going to take the threes. You know he's going to probe a little bit. You know he's going to kick it out or find you in the paint. That's something that he's really good at. He has good size for the position, and he can see over the top of the defense, and he understands how to use his handles and his knowledge to be able to get the shots that he wants or shots for his teammates. He had 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, and was a +13 and plus minus. Khan Knipple, 33 minutes. He had 20 points. He went 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 9 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did a good job of just shooting the basketball, and that's the toughest thing to do. But he just put a lot of work in. He really got really good at it, and it ended up working out for him throughout the entire game, no matter where he was on the court. 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and he was a +5 and plus minus. Grant Williams played 21 minutes. He got 10 points. It was good to see him scoring double figures in points. But he did have to go 3 of 10 from the field and 2 of 8 from three and 2 of 2 from the free throw line to achieve it. So not the greatest shooting night from him, but they just happy that he was able to score and help on the boards because he had 7 rebounds. He also had 2 assists and 1 turnover. He also had 4 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a +8 and plus minus. Ryan Kaltenbringer played 23 minutes. He had 8 points. He was able to finish strong around the rim and fast, and that's what you have to do when you get deep position and want to get it as a high percentage shot. He did have 2 free throws that he ended up making. He also had 7 rebounds, two, just like Grant Williams, but he had 1 assist, 1 steal, and 4 blocks, really bringing it for the Hornets on the defensive end. He liked the fact that he put the effort to be able to do it on that end of the court. 1 offensive rebound, 1 person foul, and a +10. M plus minus. Pat Connaughton played 2 minutes. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +2 and plus minus. Kobe White, 20 minutes. He had 19 points. He went 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from three, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Just good scoring from him off the dribble. Good scoring from him from three. Good scoring from him at the free throw line. He's fast. He's quick. He's witty in how he attacks the defense. He also had 3 assists and 4 rebounds and 3 turnovers. Had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and finished as a +5 and plus minus. And then Josh Green, 7 minutes. He ended up scoring nothing, and then he did only get a turnover, and a personal foul was a +2 and plus minus. And then Trey Mann played 3 minutes. He had 2 points. He made his only shot. He had no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +1 and plus minus. And Zion James had a nice dunk in this one, but he finished 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He made his only free throw. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +16 and plus minus. And then 52% from the field for the Hornets as a team, 46 for the Suns, 37% from three for the Hornets, 41% for the Suns. The Suns took 10 less 3-pointers than the Hornets. The Hornets took 15 free throws. They made it at 87%. The Suns only took 10 free throws. They made theirs at 70%. So that was a big difference. And then 47 rebounds for the Hornets, 31 for the Suns. That's a 16 difference when it comes to rebounding. 27 assists for the Hornets, 22 for the Suns. 10 turnovers for the Hornets, 12 for the Suns. 7 steals for the Hornets, 4 for the Suns. 4 blocks for the Hornets, 5 for the Suns. 11 offensive rebounds for the Hornets, 9 for the Suns. 36 defensive rebounds for the Hornets, 22 for the Suns, and 19 personal fouls for the Hornets, 21 for the Suns. Hornets played a really good game. They spaced the floor well. They attacked well. They moved the basketball real well, defended at a decent level, and those are all the things they had to do to be able to beat the Suns tonight. The Suns have been a tough team to defeat, a tough team to beat, especially when they're healthy, especially when they're on an A game. Although we didn't see it a lot, although we didn't see it much, it's good to start seeing it as the season comes to a close, because then we get to see them play possibly some of their hardest and best basketball. But tonight, it looked very easy. It looked very fixable and doable for the Hornets. They got off to a start where you looked at like they might have a little trouble beating the Suns. Then they picked it up. Then they started playing a little better. Then they was able to continue to do it throughout the entire game, which ended up helping them get the win. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. You all stay blessed up. You all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later again, hopefully tonight with more analysis.